find the one, you should never give her up.
Hi guys, welcome back to Skin Talk with D. On this channel, this channel is all about skin. We also do videos here. I also do videos here on YouTube growth and business, depending on how I'm inspired that day. Some of you who want to get into the skincare production business, like you want to be able to make your own skincare product, either pro mixing or the organic route, any one you want to do. You might not really know some of the things that you need to get started. So that is what this video is here to do for you. This video would list and tell you everything that you need to have to kickstart your own organic skincare line. Okay, and I would also include the prices of the products if I'm able to get the price here in Nigeria, so you have an idea of how much those things would cost you and how much you need to budget in case you want to start your own skincare line. So let's get started. First, I forgot to say this. Before you actually watch, you can actually subscribe. This video is very useful. So trust me that I'll be bringing out more and more of these kind of videos to help you, achieve to start up your skincare production business. And also you can learn some recipes here that would be helpful, that you can actually infuse into your own knowledge already about skincare. So please don't forget, subscribe now. It's free. That red button here, just subscribe. The first thing you are going to be needing, I've listed them down here on my notes, so if I keep looking down, just know that I'm looking down at my notes. The first thing you are going to need is a hand mixer. There are different kinds of hand mixer. I'm going to leave a picture of it. There is the electric, there's the electric mixer, and there's the one that you use manually with your hands, and they differ in prices. So I'm going to be putting all of them, and I'm going to be putting their prices. These hand mixers will help you mix your creams. It will help you mix your creams and give it a very good consistency, up to a consistency that would be very, very good for you to package. So you'll be using this to mix your creams. You'll be using this to mix even soap, especially if you're doing liquid soaps and all that. So a hand mixer is very, very important. You can either buy the electric one or the manual one. I'm actually going to put the prices of all of them. The second thing you would need is a scale. Now, when you are doing skincare, you are mixing skincare products, when you're dealing with chemicals, you actually need to be working in proportions, and you need to know the proportion of each chemical or each product that you're actually using. For example, if I'm going to be using maybe 2 grams of if I'm going to be using 2 grams of, let me say I'm going to be using 2 grams of deionized water, I'm going to be using 4 grams of carbonate water, I'm going to be using 2 grams of Snow White powder. All these things I'm supposed to know. I'm supposed to have it, the exact measurement. If it's 2 grams, it should be 2 grams, and you cannot infer these things with your head. So you actually need a scale to be able to measure your product. So I would actually leave a price of how much you can get scales in Nigeria. There are different scales, the digital scale, and the other type of scales. So you need a measuring scale. The second thing you can actually buy is a stick blender. Yes, you would need a stick blender in order to blend some of the products and also mix some of your products. In case you need a soap mold into different shapes that you would want your product to be. It could be square, it could be in love shape, it could be egg shape, any shape you want. You need a soap mold, so when you pour your soaps into it, it will dry up and form those shapes to help you form your soaps. For those people that make bar soaps, okay, you need a soap mold. I'm actually going to leave a picture, like I said, and also the price of how much you could get it here in Nigeria. Another thing that you would need is hand gloves or the surgical gloves. You can preferably buy the surgical gloves. You need hand gloves because these are chemicals. Some of them are very harsh on your skin on their own, so you want to make sure that your hands are protected when you are working with some of these chemicals that you use to mix your creams and your soap. So please, hand glove is very important, and it's also generally for hygiene's sake. Then another thing you need is for funnel. You need funnels in case you want to pour some product. When you're pouring your products into your beakers and all of that, you need funnels. Another thing you need are calibrated cups and dropper. For example, maybe I want 2 mils of, what now, 2 mils of product, maybe 2 mils of, let me say, deionized water. Now with your calibrated cups, In case you don't even have a beaker, you can use those calibrated cups. Your regular it can be plastic, just pour. And preferably, it's always advisable that you use plastic or you use glass. Yes, these are the two advisable ones. So once you pour it, you can be able to measure 2 milligrams, 4 milligrams, 5 milligrams. So yes, calibrated cups. And you also need a dropper. A dropper would allow you pick, for some products, you know, when you're mixing them, you will tell you put 2 drops of lavender oil, put 5 drops of this. So that dropper would allow you scoop the product from the container and also drop it into the one that you are trying to make. Another thing you need is apron. You don't want to have product all over your body. So your apron, you can even clean your hands on your apron. You know, your apron protects your cloth and your body while you're working, is very important, and it just makes you look very professional. Then you need rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is what you would use to sterilize all your containers, the jars, and everything you are using. It kills bacteria. Very good. You know, rubbing alcohol, like what they call this particular acetone is a good one. You can use those rubbing alcohol to clean, because one thing with skincare production is this, especially when you're making liquid skincare production, a product like creams and all of this. If your product gets infected, it is going to actually, when your clients use the product because of bad hygiene when you were making it, your clients are going to have reactions on their skin, and that is the last kind of feedback, or that's the last kind of review you want to have from your customer. So try as much as possible to make sure everywhere you're working with is hygienic. So you always clean your beakers, clean your cups, clean your spoons, your mixer, everything with the rubbing alcohol. So please, you need rubbing alcohol. Then you also need containers that have cover. In case maybe I mix the cream and I need to let the cream stay overnight, or I mix something that I might need to put in the fridge first, you need containers that have cover. That way, as you are working, you are covering your products. Even when you keep them over, maybe you made in the night, you want to come and repackage them tomorrow morning, it's covered, dust is not entering, bacteria are not entering, insects cannot walk into it. You know what I mean? You always need containers that have covers. Then the next thing you need is hand mixers, which I already talked about that already. You need calibrated spoons. Yes, spoons that have measurements, so that you can be, if you need 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, 3 teaspoon, you need spoons that are calibrated so that it makes your measurements, and you make sure that your mixing proportions are correct. Another thing you need is towels. You need towels to clean your hands, to clean your working area, to make sure it's tidy and dry at all times. So regular towels in the market. Then you need spatulas. You need spatulas. I would advise you get the spatulas that are silicone based, silicone spatulas, so they don't react to chemicals. You know, there are some spatulas that some certain chemicals in the product can melt them or mix it. You know, just to be on the safer side, use the one that is with silicone, and you can actually use wood too. Wooden spatulas are quite okay. You need spatulas to mix your product. Then you need sieves with cloth mesh. You need sieve. Yes, it's the one that has cloth mesh, in case you might need to sieve products that you don't want the residue of the product. So yes, you need sieve that has cloth mesh. Please take note of that. You need thermometer. It could be the manual thermometer or the other one. This would actually help you check the temperatures of certain products. There are some mixings that you need to do at certain temperatures. There are some chemicals that are to be mixed at certain temperatures, so you need the thermometer to be able to measure the temperatures. Like even when you're doing your double boiling, there's maybe a temperature that you must boil to, so that thermometer will just help you measure temperature. Then you need a crock pot or a double boiler. If you have enough money, I would say you should go for a crock pot. But if you don't have money, you can actually do a double boiler. You can actually get a double boiler. You can actually even do manually on your own, manually at home, the double boiler. I don't know if maybe one of these days I'll actually show you how to do the manual one. So you need a crock pot, so that you can use it to heat up your products, your chemicals, your oils. Most especially, you want to infuse certain, like for example, maybe you want to make carrot oil. To infuse the carrot and let it enter into the oil, you might need to use the double boiler method. So you can actually get the crock pot, but it's more expensive, or just do the regular double boiler. You need a pH meter An alternative to getting a pH meter, in case you cannot afford the pH meter, is pH strip. So the pH strip is just to measure the pH, whether your product is acidic or your product is basic or your product is neutral, because there are certain products that, if you know, to also check the pH, there's a certain pH that product should have, that should be used on the face, that should be used on the body. There are certain products, so you know the pH of your product. You do not want to go and give people products that will spoil their skin or burn their skin. So yes, you need a pH meter. So if you cannot afford a pH meter, you can get the pH strip. They are very cheap. Then you need your containers. These containers will depend on how or what you are selling. You need containers for your soap, you need containers for your creams, your lotions, your oils, your serum. So depending on you, there's the foreign containers and the local ones. I will leave the pictures of both of them to show you, depending on the ones you want to start with. So you need your containers that have covers at different milligrams, depending on how you want to sell. Then the last thing you need is stickers. You need stickers to be able to identify your product, and also your information, your logo, your contact, which is very important. You want to make sure you leave contacts there, because not only the person you are selling to, somebody can just walk in and see, oh, you are using Oshaprapra White by Benny's Face Limited, and so she sees Benny Face Limited's Instagram handle, she sees Benny Face Limited, Facebook, phone number, emails, and all that. Always make sure your stickers contain your contact address, the name of your product, what your product does, and the ingredient that your product actually contains, okay, and the benefits that people are to get from your product. So stickers are important. You don't need to do expensive stickers when you're just starting. You can do cheap stickers, but if you have money to go all out, by all means by all means do. Then your logos as well. You might need your logo. You need somebody to design your logo. You can design your logo yourself in Canva. You can use Canva to design your logos, or you can actually pay. It's very inexpensive very, very, very inexpensive. So yeah, I think these are like the basic things that you need to make your. So this brings us to the end of today's video, which I know this video was very, very helpful to you. So do me well by subscribing, liking, and sharing, and anticipate my next video. Bye.